Welcome to InThisCornerTV.com. I'm Smitty. We're still at Mandalay Bay, where earlier in the night it was Bernard Hopkins with a unanimous 12-round decision over Roy Jones Jr. in their rematch, a rematch that took 17 years to take place. Perhaps the way the fight turned out, it was 17 years too soon. It was ugly. Foul-filled, with Bernard actually going down 3 times, twice from flagrant rabbit punches by Roy Jones, another from a low blow. Bernard would be taken to the hospital immediately after the fight. Hopefully he'll turn out to be okay. The fight was not okay. It was just a situation where Roy Jones doesn't have the reflexes to do the things he did when he was younger. You know, he likes to pot shot, set his opponent up, and Bernard typically is a counterpuncher. But in this fight, Bernard would rush in at times and land good punches to the body and head. Roy would grab and hold, hit behind the head, hit low. It just was an ugly affair, not artistic at all, especially when you would think about the fact that we had 2 of the great fighters of all time. For Roy Jones Jr., because he was not stopped as I thought he might be, he goes the distance. He will probably fight again, unfortunately. For Bernard Hopkins, this is he gets the win. He wins it convincingly. I had him winning 117 to 110. But this is not the way he wanted this fight to turn out, as he is hoping to take on David Haye, who earlier today across the pond scored a 9th-round stoppage over John Ruiz. Bernard wants to become the 3rd guy to go from middleweight to heavyweight and win the championship. Of course, one of the other guys who did it, Roy Jones, was in that ring tonight, and Bob Fitzsimmons did it years and years ago. For Bernard Hopkins, obviously, you can blame a lot of how bad he looked at times on the fact that Roy Jones just was not really in there to win the fight. Unfortunate for boxing fans, but that's the nature of the sport. Anyway, we'll just have to wait and see whether or not Roy decides to fight again. I think he will. We know that Bernard Hopkins will fight again if he's okay. For the best in boxing, InThisCornerTV.com from Mandalay Bay, I'm Smitty.